All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Let me get this thing fired up. Here we are. Officially the first episode of Ashes Neat. As in neat, baby. Verra's Casual Distillery. Yeah, I swear I can get the title right. Ashes Neat. Verra's Casual Distillery. Some definite tie-in here's, you know, obviously, we like the whiskey. We like the Ashes of Creation. I do like the casual gaming. We'll get to more of that. But on tonight's episode, I wanted to explore something in the land of Verra that, what's up, Ramen? No, this is not true, my friend. Can we put $1 on this? Can we put $1 on this? What's up, Stream Wars? Yeah, so there's Ramen. He's got me distracted. Yes, Ash is neat. Verra is Casual Distillery. And we're going to take that bet on $1 that before 2062. No problem, no problem. Hopefully you enjoyed everybody in there. We're going to talk a little Ashes tonight, whether Ramen likes it or not. It is going to come out before 2062. Yeah, the raids feel good, don't they? They do feel good. Somebody had raided me earlier in the evening, and neither. No, I don't think our warranty will last that long. I think we're well expired by 2062, which is why Ashes will come out long before that. Anywho, so what I wanted to talk about tonight, I did rename the little stream, the podcast situation, whatever you want to call it. It's got heart to it. I like it. But tonight I wanted to talk about something that I had a question about, and that was about Ashes and camping, which is going to lead us down some more rabbit trails. So let's do that. Let me switch over here. Probably gonna have to shut the music down just so that we don't end up with ads, but let's try this thing. All right, yeah, I wanted to talk about campsites. Let me pull all of this goodness up so that I can see you guys. I swear, highly professional. Yeah, no, we're both broken as hell. I get it. You're going to have to go the show me route on Ashes. I get it. So, yeah, let me get that music down. May not be loud for you guys, but it is loud for me. All right. Wanted to talk about campsites. And this is something I wasn't sure after, some of the other games that we're all playing. Even New World, their campsites, they had that going on. That was pretty cool. I wasn't sure what they were thinking in Ashes of Creation, so I figured we'd go down the wiki road and we'd see. Now, the main picture we have is like, this is pre-alpha. This was way back in the day, and it's just a glimpse of a campsite. So that's kind of where all that began. Oh, nice. That's actually showing up pretty well there in chat. That's kind of where all that began. I looked at it, and it's like they've got a couple of screenshots here. They've got this video we can pop to it, which is just going to be that very campsite, right? Hey, Ryan Reynolds, how are you? I've got to pay for my YouTube, so we don't have to do this. So really, that's it, right? That was pre-alpha. That was way back in the day. This was 6 years ago, as a matter of fact. That was the confirmation they were going to have campsites to begin with. Look at you, Ramen. Do you have Ashes of Creation referral code? I don't, and unfortunately, I did not buy into the alpha, which was one of the big reasons that I started streaming because I wanted to get into their content creator program. They say that they are still working on that. I pray that I do get in. They have said that the number of keys that you're going to have is going to be kind of commensurate with like how big of an audience you have, and they're cool with smaller streamers and smaller content people um, getting into the content creator program. So if I get a key, you're in. Long story. There you go. You're definitely in, Ramen. You're my man. All right. So we had that, and then they had another mention here, which was an interview with Steven during one of the live streams back in 2017. So let's go ahead and cut to that and get some tidbits, shall we?
Will there be a portable campsite mechanic?
Yeah, we've talked about that. Yeah.
It relates similarly to how, or as I would say, similarly, to how to how inns and taverns work, where if you go there and you eat something and you're within the proximity of that location, you'll get some bonus or boon or whatever. The campsite is kind of like on a micro scale of that, where like you can lay down potentially a campsite, you can do some things there, and then you're going to get a benefit or boon when you remain within a certain area of the campsite or something.
Lepto.
So I think that was the end of them answering that question. Oh my God, that's 7 years ago. Steven, you have aged, my friend. I mean, that's not a shot, but it's catching up with us all. I would hate to be a dev on a game because, dear God, that does have to age you. So where this led, when I was looking at everything, we've got that. You're going to have your campsites. It's going to be a buff. It says right here they operate similar to inns and taverns. We'll go back to the inns, even though they mentioned that first. It's pretty cool. Let's go to the taverns. Yes, we get to go down all the rabbit trails. Oh my God. Yeah, we could get doors. Yeah, they have doors. All right. Taverns. Taverns are a type of business building that we place in nodes or freeholds. So that's going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a limit to the number of taverns in each node. If there's a hunting ground nearby that's very populated, we could set up a tavern, blah, 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 to sell food and drinks. So there's no provision. This is an interesting one. You can't blacklist people from your tavern. I think they do go on to say that you could just PvP and kill them outside, but I think I read in here somewhere, and it might be under the inns, that you are protected actually from PvP in the taverns, and that campsites would afford that same protection. Let me see what we had here. All right, there's quests, there's freehold progression. All right. Players would be able to buy food and drink from a tavern, some of which would be supplied by the tavern owner or other patrons that they get their menu from. These consumables will offer tangible benefits to the players that stay within a certain proximity of the tavern itself. I've got a mosquito in here. How the hell did that happen? If a player chooses to construct a tavern or a business on their freehold, so that's an interesting one right there, on the freehold, they can offer food through the tavern, and players who are visiting the area doing hunting quests can visit the tavern, eat food if it's available, and they will receive the buff that's proximity based. Essentially, if they hunt around the person business, additionally, that business will be upgraded through the access of additional blueprints, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go down to that one because, like I said, this led in with campsites, but let's go down to there. They've got these marked really well. I love this wiki. Let's hit that. Yahweh. Oh, we get another ad. Joy, oh joy.
Nothing to hide. Seriously.
I'll give you $18, YouTube. Stop it.
Okay. Frog P asks, how will food consumption work in this game? As in, will they act as long-term buffs or something else? Super excited for the project. Godspeed, Intrepid. Thank you, Frog P. Appreciate that, buddy. So food consumption. Food consumption will act in certain ways. So first of all, the higher quality the food based on the cooking profession that a player excels in, the greater potential for the buff's duration. In addition, you can increase the buff that food gives through the furniture system that can be placed in homes. So, for example, if you have a completed dish and you process that dish inside of, let's say, an oven that has to be constructed and placed within a certain grade home, you can increase the effects as well. Another thing is buffs from food can be proximity based. Also,
Here we go. Here we go.
For example, if a player chooses to construct a tavern or a business on their freehold, they can offer food through that tavern. Excuse me, through that tavern, and players who are visiting the area doing hunting quests can visit the tavern, eat food if it's
I could have just let him say it instead of read it.
Receive a greater buff that is proximity based. Essentially, if they hunt around that person's business, they will receive the benefit of the buff. Additionally, that business can be upgraded through the access of additional blueprints, as well as resources that need to be then poured into the building. And if they do so, that proximity radius expands.
Okay.
So it kind of like it makes your business, more popular and more known and have greater abilities. Good question. I love.
That's actually pretty awesome. I think that's going to be pretty neat. Can you imagine being the tavern of renown outside of a fairly major, well-known node, and people come from miles around because travel in Ashes is going to be pretty intense with no fast travel, and they're going to know that within this giant radius, because your tavern's so kick-ass, that you're good to go. I need to find. Let's see, characters have some agency. No, that's not the part I wanted to talk about. Ooh. So tavern NPCs. Let's see, NPCs, Let's go ahead to this part where he's talking about that, shall we? Please give me
But
another
our first
ad.
question here is going to be from Hicks Haxon on the forums, and this is regarding tavern NPCs. Will tavern NPCs only be able to sell items from players, or will they be able to buy items as well?
Buy items, as in, will
Like you can
player be?
sell items to them?
Yeah, merchants in general will have a sale interface that players can utilize to offload either inventory items they own or whatnot.
Yeah, sell items from players, or will they be able to buy items as well?
So essentially, the way that the tavern NPCs are going to work is you'll have patrons of either in-node taverns that will have the ability to list items as part of that NPC's merchant store. And those items will mainly be around food and drink and those types of craftable things that are relevant to these taverns, and those items will grant buffs based on proximity. And then additionally, players can build taverns on their freeholds, and we've discussed this in the past. They will list their craftable foods and drinks and whatnot with their NPC at that tavern as well, and players who interact with that can purchase them, have a drink at the tavern, eat some food at the tavern, and that'll give them a buff for a period of time as long as they remain proximity of that freehold.
Here we are again, proximity. So this is baked.
Anything else you guys want to add on that front, Jeff? Do you have
This is
any
baked into the
additions?
system.
No, not really. I mean, again, you're going to probably want to sell items to other players more than necessarily tavern merchants, but they'll be there as well.
All right, our next question is from Digital.
I miss Jeff. I really do miss Jeff, and whoever's replaced him has not been in front of the camera to answer a lot of these questions. And, the general tone that everybody senses changed with the live streams, I think really coincides with that. That's just my personal opinion after psychotically deep diving back into so many streams. It's really bothering me that my camera, the color is off now. Like there's always some new Easter egg inside of OBS in my system that just decides to pop up. Okay, chat bubbles, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. Let's go back to the inns, shall we? You could buy a door for 28% off. All right, let's do it. Let's see here. Inns. All right. Inns are public houses, pubs. I'll drink to that. Are default service buildings that come pre-built with nodes. Okay, so maybe that was obvious to a lot of people, but I didn't really think about it. They're probably going to tell us at what level that you start to get inns. I would think that it's relatively soon because you're probably a lot of quest basing there. Let's see, inns or something. Okay, let's just listen to him say it, shall we? This is a live stream from 2023, so it's a fresh one. Let's go.
Yeah, so
Yes.
citizenship is kind of, aside from nodes existing, one of the most important parts, right? So you as a player will get to become a citizen of these nodes. You're going to need to acquire some form of housing to be able to do that within that node's jurisdiction, its zone of influence. Um, those forms of housing can be an inn, an apartment, a static housing, or a freehold. A static housing is. Oh, go ahead, Stephen.
Oh, I was just going to say, and pointing out specifically, inns is something that most players probably, and most in our community,
Might I just say, I want that at in the background, Stephen.
have not either heard before or did not get elaborated a bit. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the intent and purpose behind why we introduced inns as an option?
Yeah, inns are intended to be our most kind of accessible form of housing, so that players will be able to become.
I think that's going to be important for a character like mine that I'm going to play, where I'm going to be a ranger that tries to reach all the deep cracks and crevices of Verra. Maybe not have deep roots in just one area. I really model like my whole MMO RPG mindset is really, you know, you can say what you want about it, but Aragorn, right? Strider, in the village of Bree. And yeah, he had some familiarity there, but he was always all over the place. That's kind of the character I see playing. So I don't know that, at least for that character, my main character, that I'm going to want to do the full on housing. So I'm glad to see this.
Citizens, should they desire to, in an accessible way, because the other forms of housing are fairly limited.
Yes. Yeah. And
And-
inns are
oh, go
something
ahead.
that are also, sorry, I was just going to say, inns are something that are also available even around the starting areas before you have an opportunity to go out into the node zones as well. And it provides players with additional storage. They have some limited furniture application that are on a per room basis.
Wait a minute. Let me back that up just a little bit. If I heard that right, before we even start upping nodes in these starting areas, we're going to have ends. Hold on. Where are we at here? Let's try this without screwing it up too bad.
To be able to do that within that node's jurisdiction, its zone of influence. Those forms of housing can be an inn, an apartment, a static housing, or a freehold.
Maybe
a
an
static
apartment.
housing
Yeah.
is. Oh, go ahead, Stephen.
Oh, I was just going to say, and pointing out specifically, inns is something that most players probably, and most in our community, have not either heard before or did not get elaborated a bit. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the intent and purpose behind why we introduced inns as an option?
Yeah, inns are intended to be our most kind of accessible form of housing, so that players will be able to become citizens should they desire to, in an accessible way, because the other forms of housing are fairly limited.
Yes. Yeah. And
And-
inns are
oh, go
something
ahead.
that are also, sorry, I was just going to say, inns are something that are also available even around the starting areas before
Okay,
you
did
have
say
an
it.
opportunity to go out into the node zones as well. And it provides players with additional storage. They have some limited furniture application that are on a per room basis, depending on the type of room you rent at an inn. That's possible as well. But citizenship, as you said, is one of the most foundational aspects of Ashes of Creation, right? You're expected to be a citizen at a node somewhere, and you cannot be a citizen at all nodes all the time, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to pay dues to be a citizen, which are regular, but there's a ton of benefits that come with being a citizen, right?
He didn't say you have to be a citizen to stay in an inn, I hope.
You're going to get reduced fees at what that node offers. You're going to get reduced tax rates, and you're going to get access to exclusive vendors based on its node type. If the node's collected relics, you're going to have exclusive access to those. So there's tons of good reasons to be a citizen. And when you leave a node, you incur a cooldown before you can become a citizen again. So it's an important choice you have to make, and there's a cost to unmaking it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
the players do have some follow-up questions, obviously from the freehold conversation about housing.
Yeah, I know the taxes. They you should hear some of the taxes that what was it Steven said in one of the live stream? It's not it takes a village, it takes from the villager. You should leave a tax result revolt. I'm going to vote you for mayor, Ramen. Actually, I actually think you and your wife could run a great town. It's going to be a full time job. I think it's going to take about 70, 80 hours a week to run one of these cities. So I think that's right up your alley.
They're wondering how much player housing will be available to a node, and because people are afraid to be homeless. So, what are their options on Verra to not be homeless?
You should. You
Well,
should.
The inns are one very good option, as we were just talking about, and those are kind of capped more by citizens.
Day one tax rebel. These taxes are too damn high. Yeah, taxes. Steven raised the taxes, I think, to 100% in one of the live streams. He's a little shady around the corners. I'm not gonna lie, when it's him running the show. But if he's paying the taxes, he's on our side.
Citizenship dues, as that is a soft cap that increases over time, right? When you choose to become a citizen, anybody
All
can.
right, yeah, we'll hop out of this one here. I want to get back to the inn and kind of, the whole. This mosquito's gonna die, dude. He's a dancy little fella, though. Is that actually a mosquito or just a gnat? I don't know. No, there's no ADHD. What are you talking about? Yeah, 100% taxes. No, I wish you could actually assassinate public. Actually, you can. Okay, I've got to kill this little bastard. I can't have this. I don't know. Oh, yep, you're dead. Thank you. Some sort of nasty, disgusting flying insect. There's PvP, so if you're willing to take the corruption, the mayor can die. I don't think you can grief him over and over. I would like to see an actual prison where you could basically put a corrupt ass mayor like that in prison for a while. Lexi and you are going to become a mayor. Awesome. It's good that you've got goals in this game already. So we're definitely going to have to get you a key. Let's see if you can actually custom build your town like we do in China. So yes and no. I could go there if you want to. It's one of the node updates within the last year. And the mayor actually has a lot of input on what structures get built. And I think maybe even where they get built. I could be wrong on that one, but definitely which structures get built. And then the citizens have a feedback on that too. So like, as far as I know, yeah, I mean, it's 2018 combat. As far as I know, like basically the mayor says, hey, we need to build this stable, for instance, and he gets to donate or, set aside so many resources for the city or the town and that. But then the citizens kind of get to vote on it too by whether or not they fulfill some of the work orders that are necessary to build that. So you do have a check and balance kind of system on a crazy ass mayor. Let's see, what'd you say? I haven't seen a single ashes yet. Yeah, I mean, it's 2018 combat, right? So I know it's hard to remember this, but that's 6 years ago. So they've made some progress for sure. I don't know if you saw the last one with the Renkai with the orc. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not like hung up on the combat because I think they'll get that right. Hold on. They're actually hiring an engineer, or let's go look at it. Hold on. Let's go look at it, shall we? I want to get this position right. Ashes of Creation. Jobs. The jobs. We got to go to the jobs, the careers. They call them careers when you make over 6 figures. Okay. Combat designer. There's the one. They just posted that. Economy designer. And then the combat engineer. So they're putting a lot more people on that. So even what we've seen so far recently, I don't think is going to be representative of where it's going to end up. It's tab hybrid targeting. They're going to get that part right. You have to get that part right, don't you? I mean, if you screw up the combat, a lot of people are out. All right, we were talking about campsites, taverns, and now inns. Let's see. Primary tenant can invite party members into the instance. That's actually really cool. Player housing, grants, da da da. Not worried about that really right now. Trying to find. Give me a second. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Players cannot PvP while inside the footprint of a home area of player housing. This includes freehold homesteads, instanced apartments, and inns. All right, let's see. That was, looks like a Discord message, another Discord message, and live stream. Let's go there.
Worms.
Yeah. Jalan wants to know about freehold PvP. Are you safe while on your freehold, or do you have to be in a building to have safety from other players?
Currently, the only safe space for the freehold is the home. So if you are within the home's footprint, you cannot be harmed via damage by other players.
Do you have to like lock your doors and windows like some other games that I've been
nope,
part of, or just inside?
just
Okay.
on the footprint of the home.
All right.
Yep.
On the footprint of the home. What prevents players from PvPing you? Is it just like
When
a
was
zone
this?
type of
It's
thing where
it's
like
a hard lock when the ability checks a valid target, the return is no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify because people are going to ask further. And
Last year.
Grinham wants to know about freehold durability.
All right.
Could you?
Cool. You know what we'll do, Ramen? Since you're watching and you haven't seen it, let me do this. And you tell me, just honest. You don't need to tell me what I think you think I want to hear or anything. I don't think you'd do that anyway. It's a couple of ones back. Let's see. Fighter. Yes. Let's go to this guy.
Picked up
And I want to say it's like back here.
you guys are starting to see, obviously, a lot of these progression trees getting implemented now. And
Get to the combat. All right. Yes. Here we go. Yeah, and you let me know. I'll start it right here.
pull on the encounter design section as well for PvE. Very cool. Well done, guys. This is I think I speak for the community when I say great progress. Very great progress, and Alpha 2 is shaping up to be not just a great testing experience, but a lot of fun, I think. Obviously the world.
Yeah. We'll take a look at this fighter combat, and you just let me know what you think. Just let it play through for like 5 minutes or so.
The work that we've done on the animation side with the weapon combos. So if you actually do,
God, that guy looks like a badass.
Here, we can see it. We can see whenever you get. So you got a stab hit there. Whenever you get stab hits on the third and the fourth hit, those are actually procs. So if you connect with the second hit of that proc hit, you'll receive the additional effects. But you actually have to connect with a monster or player to receive the effect. And I think the proc rate is at a static 25% right now.
There's one ability here in this live stream I definitely want you to see. It's badass.
Or maybe it scales with additional nodes, but right now it's kind of low.
He's beating up on his boy.
Especially if you're unlucky like Steve.
I know, really. What's going on here?
Come on.
I'm sure we'll see it in combat.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
And these guys, we're still missing some effects that are going to help drive what this. Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I just was like relentless attack.
Yeah, the momentum and the bonus attack speed on the greatsword stacking together smoked me.
That was good. Let's see. So sorry.
He's also level 15.
Did I go corrupt?
You did.
Oh
boy.
No.
Well, it should be fine as long as we're in a party. Speaking of which, we should form the party.
Hammer on that goblin.
Yes. Well, yeah, let's get this going. We can talk more over.
Yep.
All right, they're gonna go fight some
are you guys
goblins if I
disbanded?
remember right.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, another thing we can talk about when we're moving is we did revamp the animation a little bit. We made it work with the weight of the greatsword a little bit more, so you'll see like more precise pose holding, and it's less of a lumbering beast than it once was. We're kind of leaving that space for the mace and the axe, but it really feels like a sword now to me. It's awesome.
Can I also show off one other thing? The environment team and the engineering team, and Keenan, I think you were part of this as well, obviously, between the ability system and the interactable environments. Something that I have not seen happen really very often as part of MMO level design is destructible assets. We have that in and running. I want to see if I can destroy these.
Yeah, they need to put a lot more.
Oh! Wait, somebody else destroyed them.
I think they just got hit by the cone of cold.
I think so. Oh, that was good. That was hilarious. I'll find some other tents. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me find another one. Here we go.
Don't forget to put your helmet on.
Oh, should I put my helmet on? Do I want to put the helmet on?
Yeah, I've been working on a few things tonight, Paranot. Thanks for joining.
I'll put the helmet on.
I'm gonna play some Soul Mass probably after this.
Getting in the way.
That's
Maybe.
True. Let me put
Always
my-
wear a helmet.
No, I meant you could just kill him.
Oh, that's pretty
If he had been wearing his helmet when you were
Here we go.
attacking him.
Oh,
It's a nice move. That was a nice move.
Love it.
Oh, we need to talk to the scout first, don't we?
Yeah, we should grab the quest.
Oh, is there a scout over here? That's right.
All right, let's clear.
Okay, so you guys remember at the end of our commissions live stream last month, this was Oakenbane Keep. I just kind of came up to the entrance
Skip
here. I
that
didn't want to go outside
part.
because
Let's see.
this story arc.
Yeah, let's get him right up here, right in the midst of this combat.
We got drags here, nice.
Oh yeah, this is a
What is this
named
guy?
mob. It's a named mob. We'll have to be sure to loot him after we kill him.
Yeah, Steven needs to loot him, not anyone else.
So, just my personal
Why are you
opinion,
guys
I'm not a
saying that?
huge fan of the giant
That's almost like
weapons like
Soul
that, but
Yeah, we don't have any like.
whatever.
ninja looters in
That's
this
just my
group, for
opinion.
sure.
I think I get outvoted on
Now,
that a
some of
lot.
you guys are seeing that the effects of that big explosion.
It's not a deal breaker for me, just
That
my
is
personal
still
opinion.
effects that are being authored right now, but that is specifically a progression. Oh, that guy was pretty strong. That is specifically a status progression, is that right?
Which one?
I just love how open to
Okay, yeah, there
feedback
you
they are. Like, they're not dead set on some of this stuff. They are willing to adjust.
I got some, looked like, let me see if I can find that, hold on. What do we got here? A toy soldier legs. Legs of an ancient toy soldier that survived well past when it ought to have, thanks to ancient magics within.
I do love the electrical
Can be
effects in
reassembled
this.
with other pieces. Okay, cool. So sorry, I was talking about the conflagrate.
So I don't know, Robin.
Yeah,
you tell me. You know, you
so
said
one
you'd
thing you'll
been
be noticing
since
a lot on the mage is,
2018 since you saw any
throwing out
combat. Is it?
different elements of
is it looking
projectiles,
better?
Like here's a fireball, and then after that,
And
you'll
it's
see
not
that weapon
finished,
combos
but is it
thrown
looking
out
better?
with Fire projectiles. As we showed in the previous mage live stream, that is elemental empowerment and how it works. However, we've changed a little bit.
Oh,
how
shit, they
that
got a
works.
pack of these guys.
Now, on the finisher attack of every combo, you get the element based on what your infused element is, and then you can use certain abilities to promote that from burning to like conflagrate.
I do like how the goblins run on the knuckles. It's not bad. Pretty
There's a
cool
lot.
animation. I think I'd like to see them
So you'll
slow
see me
down
doing that here and
how
there.
fast some of the effects on the
And
environment
it's a concept that
dissipate.
we're applying to all the classes.
It's
on
in
the tank, we recently
Overwatch.
moved- they used to generate
I don't know what all the
cooldown
letters
and,
at the end are
apply
supposed to mean.
stagger on every hit. We moved that all to the combo end as well, which is really nice because that allows us to normalize these effects across multiple different weapon types and really make true our promise of weapon choice.
Yeah, it's like we don't want to, put too much emphasis on attack speed for proc rate, and there's other ways to do that. You can normalize chance and all that stuff, but we also just thought, like, from a gameplay perspective, it is really cool to like make you have to commit to that final hit. It just kind of makes it feel a little bit more like you're working towards something.
I'm not
rather
sure what
than
the
just something on every attack.
AMTCH space SEC
Yeah.
is. You
The
know, I'm
initial thought
slow, man.
was that the additional flexibility was good with the tank play style, but having that additional thing to chase mid-rotation is turning out pretty well.
We got an
somebody.
NPC here.
I found this dude. Looks like some. Oh, this is we saw this guy before. He was in our last time we showed Oakenbane Keep.
Anyway, yeah, that's kind of where the combat's at right now.
An armored ship.
without getting too ADD riddled and distracted here. That's kind of where they're at with that. Back to, and give me your opinions on it. Let me know if you think it's improved since 2018. Looks better. All right. Yeah, I know it's still but it's still too Elder Scrollsy. Yeah, I see. I think that's going to be a personal opinion thing. I didn't mind Elder Scrolls Combat, but I didn't love it either. So that's going to be one of those things. I think wherever they end up landing, regardless, some people are going to love it, some people are not, and I think that's just the way that's going to be. Let's see, player housing, taverns. Let's go over to the apartments, shall we? Oh, sweet. You could buy some technology. Let's see. That's the instance housing. Let's see. Village stage 3 has apartments. Good. Well, you know what? I think we've kind of played out the whole camp thing. I mean, that's what was going to start this episode, was basically, destructible castle. I could be distracted very easily. You saw that combat. Let me find the mage update, the last mage update, and we'll see what you think of that. I know what I think about it. Let's see, videos. Where are you, baby? There's the fighter. Development update, commissions. Yep. The commissions had some combat in it too that was pretty good. Well, here, let's do this one. You let me know what you think of the ranger, because this is definitely going to be a different type of combat. Wow, Jamie showed me this the other day, that you could just scroll down and script the whole screen, and it's messing with me now. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go right about here.
Cooldown, so we can show that off a little bit later. Talk to me a little bit
Keenan.
about headshot.
Here, let's fast forward a little
Yeah, headshot.
I think they're going to go face some actual enemies after he does all of his cheap shots on Keenan. I mean, practice shots. Let's see how this one is.
Red's not really perfect, but yeah, that's currently in
Doing
progress.
that. All right. See, he usually like introduces all the abilities pretty early. Then they actually go do stuff. Here we go.
It's just a lot more obvious with snipe.
Yeah, headshot's another one. As long as it's within a certain angle, it will try to maintain tracking of the target.
Obviously, I'm not playing ESO, so I didn't like it that much.
The way that we pulled it off, it's not like affecting your control rotation at all. It's just an appearance thing.
I felt like that was too much of a machine gun. That was my critique on that. But
feels very good.
Yeah,
AOE,
it did
not bad.
feel this good a while ago.
I think it's
really
just a
wanna give
sound
credit
effect
to our
on that that's
playtesting
not right for me.
This was in a much rougher state a couple months ago.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we get in the game. We play test it the same way that the players will be play testing it to make sure that it's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. I think one of the great things that your team has done is you've really defined your iterative loop, right? And obviously the most important aspect of that loop is going to be the playtesting aspect, which you guys playtest. I mean, I think every day, right? With NPC team and the world team, in helping to define, obviously not just the player character and the abilities you guys are authoring, but also the playable.
There we go. We always got to have friggin' spiders, right?
That you're encountering as part of this whole thing.
So I don't know. That gives you a sample kind of where combat's at right now. Anyway,
we're not in official playtests. Like,
let me back up here before I wrap this thing up. I wanted to look on the wiki. Let's see. Let's go Ranger. And I wanted to find something specific there if I can. If that's going to work. Oh my God. Hello, Google Fiber. Where's it, the wiki? What's going on? There we go. Let's see, death from afar. Here's what I'm looking for. Let's see, skills and abilities, augments, timeline, visuals, archetype list. All right, ranger classes. This is what I wanted to look at. So the secondary of the rogue would be scout. This is what I wanted to look at. Let's see, the ranger primary combined with the rogue secondary is the scout class. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. They've got some of the abilities in here. It's good stuff. It's a badass wiki. Like, I can't even imagine the amount of work that they put into this. Stealth augments. Let's see, there'll be counter stealth. Oh, yeah. I want you to see the stealth on this. It's pretty badass. And there's a lot more questions.
Is the IT painkiller. Remote monitoring and management.
Here we
Remote
go.
access. Help desk and ticket.
You're welcome.
Also, I'm really sorry if I butcher people's names. Ozolotl wants to know, will there be a sneak mechanics usable? Yeah.
Isn't that like
This one's old.
Yeah,
is
like
this not the one I'm thinking
No, there's
about?
like a little.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
2019.
there is
This is not the one I'm thinking of.
What's that creature called? It's like a little fish.
Chupacabra?
No, it's like a little fish thing and it changes. Anyways, I thought that's what it was. but maybe not.
Chupacabra.
Will there be a sneak mechanic usable for all classes, or will stealth be limited to rogues? Will any or all classes have counter stealth mechanics? Ooh,
There will be counter stealth mechanics for sure. That's just a natural balancing act of stealth. But additionally, with regards to secondary classes, one of those aspects is augments represent the secondary class,
Right.
and one of the most fundamental aspects of a rogue is stealth,
Right.
Whether it be actual invisibility or the ability to sneak around in the shadows or something. So you can almost certainly count on the fact that should you go a secondary class of rogue, that there will be the ability to influence your action items from your primary class with the stealth modifier.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Camnesia actually has a really good follow-up question. Will secondary classes immediately give you access to all augments for skills, or will there be a form
Let's get off of that
progression?
one. I wanted to find the more recent. Where was this? Stealth. Class primary. Nope. They showed. Let's go to stealth. Let's do this. From early testing, blah, blah, blah. They had, let's see, there will be utility skills that reveal stealth players such as Ranger Archetype. Let's see, that was 2022, 19, 18. Let's go this one. When was this one here? Yeah, I think this might be the one I'm thinking of.
Is from Jeremy, and they want to know about group mounts. How are
Uh-oh,
group
I think they
mounts
got the
different
timeline
from
wrong on this.
regular mounts in regards to unlocking or obtaining them?
When it comes to unlocking and obtaining, you can probably.
I don't think that's what they thought it was. Anyway, it says stealth is 100% option in this game. Yeah. They had one. Let me find it because they had one that demonstrated the ranger. Let's see, camouflage. Maybe that's what it actually was. Yeah, this is the ranger skill. You know damn well they had it in one of the videos. Maybe this one right here. Oh, this was the caravan.
So this process takes a few minutes. You're gonna have to basically wait and defend your caravan while you're transitioning to raft, but riding on the water has its benefits.
I love this. Now, you can still target the dock, right? And part of this transition process is
We're going to
again,
watch this just because this was
the
kick-ass.
list
This
that
is
you're
where they turned in the
introducing for
wagon
the
caravan
reward of
into
having
a
greater
barge.
flexibility in movement through the land.
And I think they might get to the
and
stealth
that risk
part.
is basically you're sitting duck here.
Because it's
for
right
lack
down
of a better
here.
term.
It's right down here.
Yeah, basically.
That ability.
Like I said, you can't escape, and you can undo this process, but the amount of time you've already sunk into it must be paid to undo it.
I see. And now, as this raft is getting constructed, I noticed that it's essentially destructing the the caravan and
This is so
using that
fucking
to
cool.
construct the raft.
Maybe one of the
Yep,
best streams
correct.
they ever
And if
had.
you actually, once it's done constructing, you'll notice the body of your caravan is sitting on the raft.
Oh, I love it. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's some Lewis and Clark shit.
It is some Lewis and Clark shit.
Oh no.
Oh no, he got in
now,
trouble. Margaret's gonna get mad.
As we're kind of a sitting duck, we should probably put some, maybe some scouts up near the top of that hill so we don't get jumped. I don't know.
Let me go
It may
check
not
it
be a
out.
scout, but I can go take a look.
I think they show the stealth
I
up
mean,
here.
I can't imagine that they just left.
Oh
their-
boy, we got some
Oh,
people
run,
up here.
run.
Oh no.
Here's some more combat for
They're
you.
back. They want their stuff back.
This was
I'm gonna
PvP
go
ish.
chill with the raft as it kind of comes down while you guys fight them for a second. I think it's almost done.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep, Steven's out.
Ah, I've
See you,
gotten the
gentlemen.
raft. I'm running.
There seems to be a theme with your gameplay, Steven.
Oh god! Rangers to the ship, quickly! Join me! We must depart this area.
Or we'll catch back up.
Yeah. Thanks,
Everyone
boss.
on board. Chris,
Hey, it's
Bucky,
cool.
do what you
I
can
don't
to
care.
hold them.
It's cool.
It's just some rabble, you know. These guys don't have anything on us.
Easy.
And the water is
Mopping
pretty
them
sick.
I expect you to make quick work of them. Chris, are you with me or are you over there? I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, I'm running down. I'll run. To
I
you.
think he
I'm
gets to the
abandoning
stealth
fight.
thing. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
we've
wait
taken
for
him
you.
out.
We'll let this ride
We're-
for a
we're coming
minute.
back now.
Okay, very nice.
We'll run along the shore.
I like the, I love the raft. It's looking good. I know Adam worked pretty hard on the new water shader.
I do wish the zoom in, zoom
beautiful.
out, and the
Nice
rotations
layout.
were a little smoother. Like the
It definitely
graphics
turned
are
out
good,
real
but
nice. And shout out to Hal for the raft.
Yes. Oh, the raft looks so good. I'm assuming we're going left, yes?
So we're gonna keep going straight here.
you got people swimming behind you, bro.
All right. Now, this can be very helpful, having the option, but it can also be kind of dangerous because you don't know who might be laying in wait ahead of you along the shoreline.
Hint, hint.
But it also lets you, as we said, traverse the world in a little different way, and there's also a current.
That is a
here,
kick-ass
correct?
shield effect.
Yeah. So there's a current system that increases your speed if you go with the current and decreases it if you go against it. You're gonna hitch a right here, Steven.
And those currents are kind of different based on the location in the river, correct?
Yeah, they are. They're different based on
It
the
is
location in
beautiful.
the river and like the strength of the river, right?
I think they're holding
like,
back a lot. That's going
you
to
know,
show
where
up
we
in
kinda
Alpha 2
started
that
there
people are
was
going to
more
be
of a
wild
lake
by.
body,
Like,
so the
obviously
current's
going to be
not
tons of bugs. That's the whole
super
idea,
intense, but you know, we could have a place that's, you know, near rapids, right?
Got it. Where are we going here? This is looking concerning.
Oh, Steven. Did I ever tell you I have the sense of direction of a mongoose
Oh,
trapped in a
God!
bag?
Well, he's got my sense of direction.
Oh my god, shoot
Attack
them.
us on the
Turn around.
rock.
Go the other way.
So here's some more combat for you.
Take them out!
Steven, you're gonna crash into a rock.
Oh god.
Come on, fair captain.
You're gonna hitch a right here. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to my map. No, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Oh, I'm trying to watch behind us.
You're gonna beach us.
Is there someone on board? Oh
Not
no.
anymore.
That was a defender.
Heavy fire on Dread.
Alright, I think we made it out. We're safe now.
I think
Chad,
he
how's it
does
going on
this
the battle
stealth
side?
thing. I'm going to stick with it. Hold
I'm
on.
outnumbered. I'm running.
Oh no! Meet us at the landing point. If you are a bandit, get out of there and meet us at the landing point. Don't let them follow you though.
Win the fight, then meet us.
Yes, win the fight, then meet us, or die and meet us.
How about what we do that the other way around?
Yeah, that'd be good. So,
Find this, I thought.
these are obviously some of the risks of traveling. Do this.
All right, they turned it
speed
back
boost
into a
on-
regular caravan.
It would be very nice if some tanks
Oh.
were on the front line with this sad little mage.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, let's send
Who
some.
gets trampled?
Yeah,
some
I don't
rangers
know. It was in one of them.
that were in
Whatever.
there into your material inventory.
Stop that guy there. Anyhow, I mean, we kind of diverged a little bit, which is exactly going to be the plan, is that we don't have a big plan. I can't believe I can't find that, though. Technically, the Ranger's not true stealth. Was this the same one? Is this the one that I just hit? We're going to find out after this amazing advertisement about AI. Yeah, it is. It's the same damn one.
Kind of showed something
I
on
wonder.
the stream that people haven't.
Let me go back. Wondering, was
protection essentially from the tank archetype.
Oh, the other one.
Okay. Yeah. The blue line that's between them.
Okay. Yeah. That one.
Yeah. So funny story.
It's on the screen right now.
Yeah, funny story. Monday we had that 10-hour test session, and we were experiencing some server crashes. And we were.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in here somewhere. Oh, look at this guy. This is why Ash's creation will fail. All right. Yep. Okay. Anyway, clickbaity stuff. Yeah, if you're a combat engineer, not the kind that we used to work with, Ramen. But anyway, this is looking good to me. I've enjoyed this. This has been. Let me do this the proper way here. Can we even do that? Can we do that? Can we do that? Yes. This has been Ash's Neat. Let's get back to this. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We're going to get a little more structure as I go forward, but really it's just going to come down to whatever I'm interested in with Ash's creation. The live update that is coming out this month in May. I don't recall the date. It's going to be Node Wars. It's going to be huge. So that's going to be down the road as far as reactions and dissecting that. I don't know. Whatever comes up question-wise from you guys or just things I end up interested in is what we'll focus on next. I'm going to get off of here for a moment in this thing and maybe go play some Soul Mask, maybe something else. I don't know. You guys tell me what we should do. And anyway, appreciate everybody joining me. These things will probably run about an hour unless you guys are chatting it up. Oh, I will. Hey, Silent, how you doing? How you doing? What are you up to tonight, Silent? You playing anything? Crickets, as he types. I'm wondering. I should just spy on him on Steam, right? Like, why am I even asking him? Oh my goodness. I don't have Steam open. I had to shut everything down last night because of the stupid thunderstorms. Let me see. Okay, that's really weird. Why would you do that? Been lurking. I'm probably going to get back in some Valheim. I've thought about it. I've been pretty much leaning into Soul Mass just because, you know, it ends in a couple of days. So I've been kind of go that route. Hold on. Pardon me. Ah, terrible. That was a twofer. I don't know. What would I play tonight? I've got some Soul Mask. Manor Lords. I might actually like I don't care if anybody even enjoys this game, and that's terrible to say, but I've kind of like Manor Lords. It's like my mindless, like when I'm just cooked kind of game and I don't want to think too much. It's been fun. Looks like I uninstalled Helldivers 2 because of the whole PlayStation thing that they ended up taking back. That was pretty entertaining. We could talk about that for a minute. I love seeing them reverse their direction on that after getting pee-pee spanked basically by their audience. You know, way to take a successful game and just totally fuck it up, which honestly is the problem. We can wrap this back into Ash's Neat here. That's the problem that we've had with MMOs in general. It's like even some of the good ones, like you could make a really good argument, and I would make this argument that New World was beautiful. I didn't like the lore. I didn't think it fit like for me and just what I enjoy in a game. I don't like muskets and stuff mixed with fantasy. That's not my thing. But they took a game, they dicked up the launch. I wasn't there for that. So when I jumped in, a lot of things were fixed. But then everybody could craft everything. They had system problems, right? And I think for anybody that hasn't been following Ashes closely, and let's just be perfectly clear, like I'm new to the club, but I went deep and I went fast on going through all those live streams and really just like it got me. And here's the reason that I think Ashes of Creation is going to be set aside from a lot of the MMOs and a lot of the games that went wrong, like Helldivers 2 almost did because of executives sitting in a boardroom. They've got systems, and systems do matter. Gameplay matters. I heard Asmongold say it today. Games with good gameplay, people want to play. Games with bad gameplay, people don't want to play. I mean, that's as simple as it is. And you look at something like Soul Mask, which apparently I have only 9.2 hours in college. The systems are friggin' amazing. Like the crafting is intense, but what really draws me in is the fact I can climb rocks. Oh my God, somebody decided that we could climb shit. I have NPCs, employees / slaves, that will go harvest stuff for me and do what I ask them to do. If somebody gives me centralized inventory control and puts a magic bow on it that I have to accomplish to get it, I'm all friggin' in. Let's do it. You know, so it is the systems that matter. Graphics are great. Combat systems are almost talking about it. Like that's important. That has to feel right. It has to be fun. One of the big complaints on New World was a lot of the content, you just didn't want to dick with it because there was like, you had to like get whole new sets of gear and do all this bullshit. Like, I don't want to play that game. I want to play Ashes. And here's what I'll do. I'll wrap this right now. So I called this live stream that I'm doing for Ashes from now on. Call it a podcast, call it whatever the hell you want to call it. I called it Verra's Casual Distillery. And obviously that's got some other ties in, but the casual part is I actually take a lot of pride in being a casual player. I have a couple of businesses that I help my wife with. I'm school full time and I'm a dad to 2 beautiful daughters. There's nothing wrong with being a casual player. I have no problem with some of you freaks out there that have 3,000 hours in a game. That's your business. I don't care. I'm not going to do that. I don't ever see a point where I'm going to have that kind of time that I invest in a game. That's okay though. It's cool that you do that, but I don't think that being a casual player is less important than being some hardcore player that's all you do all day long is play your favorite game. And again, I would never talk shit about that. Have fun. It's your life. Do what you want to do with it. I don't care. I really don't care. But that's a big piece of why I called this Ashes Neat, Verra's Casual Distillery. I want to appeal. There's plenty of content creators in this space. I want to appeal to that casual player that wants to go in and pick this game up and just have some fun with it after they've gone and worked this 10-hour grind for their corporate slave master, and they come home and they just want to have some fun after the kids have gone to bed, and they can invest an hour or 2 in it. Or they own their own business and they're tired as fuck because they work too many hours and they want to casually have fun in the game. I hate that divide. Like I've heard people talk about it and I'm out there on the periphery of, I'm sorry, I don't have an extra 60 hours a week to put into games. It's cool that you do. It's really, really cool. But there's a place for both of us in here. And I think just to bring, God damn, it's hard for me to make a point, right? To bring all that together, I think Ashes of Creation is going to be a place where hardcore gamers and casual gamers all play a role. Not one better than the other. And you're going to have to be a hardcore player to be a mayor. Like Ramen, it's going to take somebody like you and your bride that want to build endlessly and build these crazy, just elaborate things to invest that much time to be that. But you could also be a casual player that comes in and contributes to the economy, goes and does some quests, plays around, whatever. You know, I mean, there's a lot of different roles in this game that I see coming. So anyway, that's why it's called what it is. I appreciate everybody that did drop in And we'll do it again next week. I'm going to go find a game to play. Peace.